Just sink the SS career right now.
Yeah.
It's economics. It's economics.
Yeah, I think the elves represent the haves, and the orcs represent the have-nots. And we wanted to play around a little bit with the relationship between the haves and the have-nots, and the middles, and how the middles, how everyone's always looking for someone to feel superior to. Was that good? That was safe enough right now. Yeah, our passports were both.
Good answer. Yes, next please.
Bruno from iGen Brazil. I was wondering what type of feeling you guys want the viewers to have regarding the social discussion after watching the movie. What do you guys want them to feel after they finish? Thank you.
I mean, it really is, for me, I took it based on those ideas, but it's fun, it's entertainment. So hopefully, first and foremost, people have a good time. I think in my career, I'm always trying to balance entertainment with some instruction and some wisdom around life. But with Bright, it has to be entertaining. So I hope that people enjoy it, and then I hope that it gives them just a little something to be able to talk about and pose some interesting social questions after watching it. And I hope they do that enough to ask Netflix to make a second one. Because that's the really important part, so we can get more into it. We can explore the world deeper if the fans pressure Netflix to do another.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I want everyone to have fun. It's a movie. It's entertaining. That's what we do. We're entertainers. We want people to enjoy the movie. If they don't, we've kind of failed in our job. But I hope it makes people feel like talking about things. Just that simple. Just have a conversation. Just have a dialogue. Open your heart a little bit.
Okay, Joe, do you want to add something?
Look, I said yesterday to people on the panel that one of the things that drew me into the movie was we're talking about the way we treat others, and that apart from the way we treat others and judge others based on race and culture and religion and separation of groups, that it had a lot to do with bullying to me as well. My character gets bullied a lot, and bullied because I'm attached to a culture that is judged. And that's a very clear and simple thing that underpins the whole movie, and that in many ways I hope that we get judged as people for our actions and our character, rather than some preconceived idea of who we are based on what we wear or who we pray to or what the colour of our skin is. And I noticed recently this amazing viral video of this kid, I don't know his name, I forget his name, kid, beauty of social media is this kid who's been bullied and is talking about it, and it's amazing how much people stand on the side of the downtrodden when it really boils down. And I think there's something really simple and beautiful and elegant about the way that just sits inside of this movie, that you really root for somebody who gets pushed around. But why is the world not rooting for those people when nobody's watching, So I responded to that. I think there's something that people can take away from that. And maybe ask themselves, like, where am I not being so open-minded and kind to everybody around me?
Okay, thank you. Next question, please.
Hi, I'm Rafaela from Cosmopolitan Brazil. I would like to know...
Where are you? Oh,
sorry,
thank you.
I'm sorry, I didn't stand up, sorry.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
I'm Rafaela from Cosmopolitan Brazil, and I would like to know of Will and Joe. You did a lot of movies on your career. What is most difficult to do? Movies that we talk about real lives and real characters, or fictional movies? Because you have to prepare differently, you have to have more creativity doing the movie, because you are like an elf not a real person, it's more difficult to do it?
I love them all. I mean, I love the challenge of trying to hit the center of the dartboard if you're creating a character who lived and breathed in real life. And I also love being let off the chain to create whatever you want on the blank canvas of a movie that is purely about entertainment, about characters who haven't lived, that have just jumped out of the imagination of a writer and a director.
I've made tons of science fiction movies. I love that world, that really wide open space where you can do anything and you get to make it up. You get to, you know, make up the emotional physics of a character, and you get to make up the aspects. For example, with Joel's character in this film, one of the things that we sort of developed was the orc sense of smell, that an orc can smell when someone is not telling the truth, right? So I loved being able to play with things like that, and it sort of developed in the process of shooting. You know, so for me, I enjoy that world, you know, but then, you know, there's also massive amounts. I wouldn't say fun, like when I do something like Ali. So it's not as much fun. I wouldn't say it's fun, but it's wildly rewarding to make a film like that. These films are a lot more fun. I mean, unless you have 3.5 hours worth of makeup every morning, which Joel did. And I guess that could make it a little bit less fun.
Part of the fun of any of them is and one of the privileges of being an actor is that you kind of force yourself, and are forced in a nice way, to explore somebody else's life, whether it's a piece of history or somebody else's job in life, and you get these 3 or 4 month or 6 month kind of isolated educations about history or you know, life as someone else lives it, and that's a real privilege.
Yeah, I would say that for me as an actor, that's the greatest benefit, is to be able to completely turn off what I think and what I feel, and to totally go into a comprehension of someone else's point of view. I think that is a massive skill in human existence, to just have to turn off what you think and feel and open yourself completely to a comprehension of someone else's point of view. That for me is the greatest gift as an actor.
Okay.